Basketball sensation and global superstar LeBron James has been the subject of hype from his first year of high school, and the buzz has continued to grow ever since. By the end of his junior year of high school, James, who was then 17 years old, had already appeared on the covers of ESPN and Sports Illustrated. James had agreements for multi-million-dollar product endorsements with Nike and other businesses before he played his first official NBA game. And sports journalists were debating the possibility of him joining the greatest players in history in the Basketball Hall of Fame before he finished his debut season in the NBA. James was frequently compared to NBA legend Michael Jordan, and some sports writers started referring to him as the chosen one in the hopes that the rookie phenomenon would rekindle interest in the NBA, which had dwindled since Jordan's departure. LeBron James had experience with pressure by the time he was 18. His capacity to handle that pressure has emerged as a key element in his success. James handled his sudden popularity and the high expectations of others with grace, according to sports writers and his coaches, displaying an exceptional level of maturity for a player his age. James declared himself eligible for the NBA draft in 2003, which is the yearly process by which professional basketball clubs choose new players to join them for the upcoming season before he graduated from high school. One of the weakest NBA teams at the time, the Cleveland Cavaliers, had the option for the first overall pick in the draft and selected LeBron with the clear intention that the 18-year-old would guide the group to success. While the Cavaliers didn't quite win a championship in his first season with them, LeBron did help his team win twice as many games as they had the previous year, and at the close of the 2003 and 2004 seasons, James was awarded Rookie of the Year. Today, our video takes a look at the entire history of LeBron James. But before we dive into the video and to ensure that you don't miss out on more great content like this, please take a moment to like and subscribe to Discovering Hub Sports. Also, click on the notification bell. Without much delay, let's jump right into the video. James was born in Akron, Ohio in 1984, as the only child of his mother, Gloria James, who was just 16 years old at the time of his birth. Anthony McClelland, his father, had a lengthy criminal history and was not actively involved in his life. While James was growing up, the life of the family was frequently difficult as they traveled from apartment to apartment in Akron's seedier districts, while Gloria battled to find consistent employment. Gloria agreed to let James move in with the family of Frank Walker, a local youth football coach who introduced James to basketball when he was 9 years old. Gloria realized that her son would thrive in a more secure family setting. Eddie Jackson, Gloria's boyfriend, who served as a father figure for James during all of these challenges, provided him with emotional support. Eddie was not always there, though, as he spent a number of years in jail for both narcotics and later fraud-related offenses. Despite these difficulties, James and his mother enjoy a close, encouraging relationship. James signed up for basketball leagues in his 5th grade year. Later, he played basketball for the Northeast Ohio Shooting Stars in the Amateur Athletic Union. James and his buddies Sean Cotton, Drew Joyce III, and Willie McGee led the group to local and national fame. The foursome dubbed themselves the Fab Four, and they agreed to go to high school together. They made the controversial decision to enroll in St. Vincent St. Mary High School, a private Catholic institution with a predominantly white student body. Just a handful of high school basketball players receive recognition beyond their home state. However, by the time James reached his junior year, he had already garnered the attention of basketball enthusiasts nationwide and had gained the fervent support of fans throughout Ohio. As a 6'2" rookie, James averaged 21 points and 6 rebounds per game for the St. Vincent St. Mary varsity basketball team. Fighting Irish went 27 games undefeated on their way to the Division III state championship, making them the only boys' high school team in Ohio to do so. LeBron James made a bold decision to bypass college and enter the NBA directly from high school. He was selected as the first overall pick in the 2003 NBA draft by his hometown team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. This was a highly anticipated event, and he was widely considered the best high school prospect of all time, since Kobe. The pressure was on for the 18-year-old to live up to the high expectations set for him and to prove that he was ready for the NBA. Considering his age, and being one of the youngest players in the league, he made an immediate impact on the court. He became the first player in NBA history to be named Rookie of the Year and All-Star in the same season. He averaged 20.9 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game, and quickly established himself as a player to watch. LeBron's athleticism, playmaking ability, and court vision set him apart from other players and made him one of the most exciting players in the league. James' decision to skip college and enter the NBA directly created a new path for high school players to follow. He paved the way for future high school prospects who were talented enough to make the leap to the NBA and opened up new opportunities for young players to start their professional careers earlier. His impact on the game of basketball and the way that young players approach their careers has been significant and continues to be felt today. The sensational player spent his first 7 years in the NBA with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He quickly established himself as one of the best players in the league and led the team to new heights. In his second season, LeBron became the youngest player in NBA history to average at least 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists per game. He also became the youngest All-Star in league history and was named the All-Star Game MVP in just his third season after leading the East to victory with 29 points. His ability to dominate the court and lead his team to victories was unmatched, and he was frequently compared to other great players such as Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. He also came in second place to Steve Nash in the overall NBA Most Valuable Player award vote, behind averages of 31.4 points, 7 rebounds, and 6.6 assists per game in the regular season. The Cavaliers qualified for the playoffs under James' leadership for the first time since 1998. James had a triple-double in his first postseason game against the Washington Wizards, helping his team to victory. He hit his first career game-winning shot in Game 3 of the series, and another in Game 5 of the series. Before being eliminated by the Detroit Pistons in the second round, Cleveland would go on to upset the Wizards. However, despite LeBron's individual success, the Cavaliers struggled to make deep playoff runs and were unable to win a championship during his time in Cleveland. This led to frustration and criticism from fans and media, who were eager for LeBron to deliver a championship to Cleveland. He would remain in Cleveland until 2010, but it was apparent he lacked the star support required by his teammates to produce a genuine championship run. He needed a co-star, perhaps like Michael did. This obviously sparked a lot of rumors that LeBron wasn't a good leader and didn't know how to win a championship. Many people criticized him for not being clutch, not being a team player, and not being a champion. LeBron wanted to prove his detractors wrong, so when the opportunity to switch teams emerged, he opted to take his talents to South Beach, to join the Miami Heat and form a formidable team with Dwayne Wade, who was arguably a top 3 shooting guard at the time, and Chris Bosh, a star power forward in his prime. But the incredible King James was the league MVP and a member of the defensive team throughout all of this controversy. In 2012 and 2013, the Heat won back-to-back championships, with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. During this run, LeBron was the Finals MVP and League MVP. proving everyone who doubted him wrong. Nonetheless, he felt unaccomplished because he had promised a championship to his beloved hometown of Cleveland, so he re-signed with them in 2014. The Cavs fans were overjoyed with this move. The Cleveland Cavaliers also acquired Kevin Love from the Minnesota Timberwolves and selected superstar and box office guard Kyrie Irving with the first overall pick. This led to the showdown in the 2016 playoffs finals. This could arguably be ranked as one of the best series the game has ever produced. The Cavaliers defeated the sharp-shooting duo of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and the Golden State Warriors in a thrilling Game 7 to become the first NBA team to come back from a 31 finals deficit. The Cavaliers became the first team in history to win a championship after falling behind 3-1. In his quest for greatness, however, LeBron would eventually leave Cleveland once more and sign with the Los Angeles Lakers, where he would win his 4th championship in the 2020 season and continue to pursue greatness. He won his first MVP in 2009 and went on to win in 2010, 2012, and 2013, making him a 4-time MVP. LeBron has been performing day in and day out and made sure that he was always looked at as one of the greatest of all time. Today, LeBron James is only 36 career points away from passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and given his career scoring average of 27.2 points per game, James would only need about 2 games to break the record. But let's not put anything past the 38-year-old unstoppable and indefatigable legend, as he could step onto the court and put on display a legendary performance worthy of unseating the legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He is one of the few sports figures that invests heavily into his body. He has been a pioneer for the game of basketball, and he has inspired generations of basketball players. He has a reputation for being an activist off the court, which in all honesty makes him even more deserving of the MVP award. He founded the I Promise School in Akron, Ohio, to assist children from underprivileged backgrounds. The school also focuses on after-school daycare and offers support to both kids and parents. Presently, LeBron James is estimated to be worth $1 billion. The Lionsgate documentary More Than a Game, which was released in 2009 and detailed James's high school years, was the first production of Spring Hill Entertainment, which James and his business partner Maverick Carter own. James is a savvy investor who has spread his money over several portfolios. He holds a stake in Blaze Pizza and is a partner in the Lobos Tequila Company. He also owns stock in Liverpool, which turned out to be a wise investment. He has also acquired stakes in companies including rideshare behemoth, Lyft, and smart gym manufacturer, Tonal. After raising $100 million from investors, including James' investment advisor Paul Wachter and Elizabeth Murdoch, the daughter of News Corp tycoon Rupert Murdoch, James and Carter combined everything into the Spring Hill Company in 2020. James sold a substantial minority stake to a select group of investors for $725 million, including Redbird Capital Partners, Fenway Sports Group, Nike, and Epic Games. James is the company's highest individual stakeholder, albeit it's thought that his ownership does not surpass 50%. Recently, his $97.1 million deal with the Lakers was extended until the 2024-2025 campaign, making him the NBA's highest-paid ever. He owns 5 residences totaling over $100 million. In the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles, he owns 2 residences and currently lives in a mansion that is just about 16,000 square feet in size and has 8 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms. The property includes a number of upscale features, including a wine cellar, a game room with a pool table, a home theater, a cigar room with air purification technology, and a fully equipped gym that is located both inside and outside the property. The spa has a massage room, shower, sauna, and steam room, and it is directly connected to the gym. In 2021, he sold his second Brentwood property for $19.6 million, despite having a $20.5 million asking price. He also owns a residence in the Los Angeles neighborhood of Beverly Hills, a mansion in Miami, and a mansion in Akron, Ohio, where he was born and raised. But of course, if you're signing lifetime contracts with arguably one of the best shoe brands in the world, you are definitely entitled to the finest things in life. In 2015, LeBron inked a lifetime contract with Nike for well over $1 billion. LeBron James is married to Savannah James, his high school sweetheart, and the pair have two sons, Bronny and Bryce, and a daughter, Juri. LeBron had shown time and time again that he is a family man who values his time with his children. Both of his sons are talented basketball players, and he hopes to see both of them play in the NBA. In fact, it is his dream to play on the same court as Bronny for the same team. LeBron James' career has been nothing short of remarkable, and he is widely considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Throughout his career, LeBron has established a legacy of excellence and has left a lasting impact on the game of basketball. He is a four-time NBA champion, a four-time MVP, and an All-Star for a record-tying 19 times. He has also won numerous Olympic and FIBA medals as a member of Team USA. James' longevity and continued success have earned him a place among the elites of the game and have cemented his legacy as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. LeBron's impact on the game of basketball extends beyond his on-court achievements. He is known for his philanthropic efforts and for using his platform to raise awareness for important social and political issues. He is a role model for young athletes and has inspired countless players to strive for excellence both on and off the court. LeBron's impact on the game of basketball and the world at large will be felt for generations to come, and he will always be remembered as one of the greatest players to ever step on the court. What do you think of our video? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, tell your friends about it and hit the like button. Also, share with friends on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter.